What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 12 Sleeper Picks. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, in this video, I'm going to give you some of my top sleeper picks, super low priced and low ownership players that could crush value this week and give your lineup an advantage over the field. These are risky plays, meant for large tournaments only. Don't go all in on any of these guys. They are high risk, high reward picks. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay guys, my quarterback sleeper pick for Week 12 is Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens playing the Oakland Raiders, who are the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 11th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson scored 20 fantasy points in his starting debut for the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of people were on him last week because his price was so cheap that you just had to play him in at least one of your lineups. This week his price has gone up. Lamar Jackson got 27 rush attempts last game. I literally had to stop making this video and go check to be sure that was right. It is. He got 27 rush attempts. Lamar Jackson is 27 rush attempts for a quarterback. Lamar Jackson is 5,700 DraftKings salary, 1,700 more on FanDuel, projected at 18.3 fantasy points this week. I don't know what else to say. 27 rush attempts. Play some Lamar Jackson, please. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all our DFS tools for NFL, and the tools for NBA are awesome. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. My Week 12 sleeper pick at running back is Gus Edwards from the Baltimore Ravens, playing the Oakland Raiders, who we know are the 4th worst defense overall, and they also give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. This is great news for Gus Edwards and Lamar Jackson. I think this is a legit stack this week. Gus Edwards is more of the risky play, but he got 17 rush attempts last game, and he scored 23 fantasy points. Gus Edwards is only 4,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 10 fantasy points here this week. I think it's a risk worth taking in at least one of your lineups. If you stack Lamar Jackson and Gus Edwards, that's going to open your salary for high-priced studs all over your lineup. And there's something to note here. Alex Collins, the other running back, who was the lead running back for Baltimore, he hurt his foot. It does appear that he's going to play this week. So you could go with either of those guys. They're both low salary. Alex Collins only 4,500 DraftKings salary. And it just depends on what running back is going to get the carries and find the end zone. Okay everyone, it's time to announce the winner of this week's $100 comment contest. And the winner is Troy Cole. Troy Cole, you are the winner of this week's comment contest. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize. Congratulations, Troy. Let's give Troy some love in the comments, guys. If you haven't won yet, don't stop trying. We pick a new winner every week, and just remember that next week, it could be you. It could be you. Sorry guys, I just can't help myself. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, moving on to the wide receiver position. My Week 12 sleeper pick for wide receiver is John Ross from the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Cleveland Browns, who are the 5th worst defense overall, and they give up the 13th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. John Ross has scored 11 and 12 fantasy points in his last 2 games, off of 7 and 6 targets. It doesn't look like AJ Green is going to be back for this game, and John Ross is only 4,100 DraftKings salary, 1,500 more on FanDuel, projected at 6.9 fantasy points here this week. I think he scores double digits. This is a home game. I like John Ross's chances versus a bad Cleveland defense. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My Week 12 sleeper pick at tight end is CJ Uzomah for the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Cleveland Browns. We know the Cleveland Browns are the 5th worst defense overall, and they also give up the 10th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. I'm not really suggesting that you play CJ Uzomah and John Ross, but CJ Uzomah has scored 7 and 5 fantasy points in the last 2 games, off of 5 and 4 targets, and he's only 3,300 DraftKings salary, 1,900 more on FanDuel, but I think he's a great DraftKings punt play. He's projected for 7.9 fantasy points this week, so if he scores that, you're going to hit value. He's got a ceiling of around 12 fantasy points. He can get a touchdown, maybe 50 yards. That's going to be what you're looking for. But he's not going to break you if he scores his average. I also like this Chris Herndon for 2,900 DraftKings salary, but he's 2,400 more on FanDuel. Chris Herndon is playing a weak New England defense, and he scored 6, 10, and 9 fantasy points in the last 3 games, so a little more consistency with Chris Herndon at a lower price as well. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. Alright guys, my super secret sleeper pick for week 12 is Curtis Samuel from the Carolina Panthers playing the Seattle Seahawks. So the good news is this is a home game in Carolina, so we don't have to deal with that Seattle Seahawks home crowd field advantage. The Seahawks do have a good defense, but they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. And Curtis Samuel has scored 17, 5, and 20 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 9.7 fantasy points per game on the season. He got 7 targets last game and about 4 targets the games before that. Curtis Samuel is only 3,800 DraftKings salary, 1,500 more on FanDuel, projected at 8.2 fantasy points this week. A lot of upside with Samuel. You see there, he can get you 20 plus fantasy points for 3,800 in a pretty good matchup against that Seattle defense that's not what it once was. I like Curtis Samuel here in week 12. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for week 12. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck.